Hello, hello. Welcome in to my weekly spirit boost. I'm Tammy Mashtaberty, best-selling author of the book Behind Me, The Universe is Talking to You, and coming soon, The Higher Help Method. And I teach people how to tap into the higher helpline of the universe to navigate their everyday lives, to use spiritual tools to find more happiness, more peace, and more joy. And I am excited to be here with you. I apologize for the slight delay. There was just sometimes it takes a bit to connect for some reason. I don't know why I was waiting here. But anyway, I am back and I am excited to be here with you. And today I want to talk about, you guys know I come on here every Thursday at noon Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, and I like to share something to boost your spirit, right? Depending on what's going on in my life, what comes across my radar. I really do base these topics on what's going on. So I don't like pre-plan them weeks in advance. So what came to me so clearly yesterday when I sat down and I said, what should I talk about? And the topic of letting go to solve problems came through so clear. And then how I always teach you that the universe is always talking to you. What happened was I decided to do it. I scheduled it, put it out there, ready to go. And then I was watching something online and someone told a story that illustrated exactly what I'm talking about. And to me, that is the universe giving a sign of reassurance. That is the universe saying to me, Tammy, you're on the right track. And hey, here's a story you should tell people to illustrate your point. So that's how the universe works, right? You get signs for all different things, but the universe will send you signs of reassurance to let you know, hey, you're doing the right thing. Hey, you're on the right track. And I got that yesterday. It was so cool. And I'm so going to share this story with you because it's so perfect for the topic that I'm talking about. Now, those of you who know Thursdays right now, we're in the middle of the my free Living an Elevated Existence Summit that goes for 3 months. So I just want to say the link is in Instagram and YouTube and Facebook. You can join completely for free. And I'm doing a live interview at noon Eastern today with Lynn Brody, who is an amazing energy healer, and she helps you really get in touch with your own soul so you can hear those answers within yourself. And she's going to be doing a live energy process on all of us. And she did it last year. And I have an amazing story of something that happened to me after that live group clearing that I'm going to be sharing on the call. So stay tuned for that. If you're not already part of it, it's completely free and you get bonus gifts from me for joining, and it's free to listen. Everything is free. So that's elevatedexistencesummit.com. Okay. Having said that, let's get into the topic. So, what do I mean by letting go to solve problems? What happens when you are trying to figure something out? When you are trying to solve a problem, find a solution, make a decision, and you're not sure which way to go? What usually happens, I know it happens to me, so I'm assuming it happens to all of you too. I think it's part of human nature, is we go into fear and we go into stress. What if I make the wrong decision? What if this isn't the right way? Now I need to call 15 people and ask their opinion and then make my decision. Or I can't figure this out and it's driving me crazy. And now I can't sleep at night. Now I'm up in the middle of the night because I wake up and then all of a sudden my brain turns on and I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Where am I supposed to go? What should I be doing? I don't know. Right? This is what we do to ourselves. We go into stress. We go into fear because of the uncertainty and because we're not settled if there's something looming over us. We're not settled and we don't feel like we can relax until we solve this problem, find this solution, figure out this challenge, or make this decision. And it drives us nuts. Do you know what all of that does? The stress, the fear, the anxiety, the focusing on the problem over and over, the calling all of your friends and family members and getting their opinions on it or telling them the story. Do you know what all of that does energetically? It 150% blocks the solution. It blocks the solution because number one, you're focused on the problem and you're never going to solve you're never going to solve it or find the solution if you're in the energy of the problem. right? So, and you're in that stress. There are no solutions in stress, okay? So, you're never going to be able to get those aha moments. Have the universe answer you, give you the idea, send the sign that you recognize, right? Like yesterday, I didn't have a problem. I just decided to talk about this. And then I was listening to something online, like, it's like sometimes you have something play on your phone, but you're doing other stuff. And all of a sudden I tuned in and heard this person talking about this issue. And I just laughed to myself. I was like, I get it. Like, you're telling me, Tammy, like, yes, you're talking about the right thing. And here's a little something extra to share with people, right? That's the universe. If you are in stress and fear and problem mode, that stuff is not going to get through. It's not going to get through. So when I say you have to let go to solve the problem, you have to stop stressing about it. Now, you might be saying to me, Tammy, well, how am I going to solve the problem? How am I going to make the decision? How am I going to find the solution if I'm not thinking about it? If I'm not actively trying to figure it out? And here is my answer to you. If you are trying to figure it out and you feel good and you're enjoying it and you're like, oh my gosh, this is so exciting and I can't wait to decide which way I should go, like there's so many possibilities, and let me just think and let me make a list and let me talk to people and say, my God, either way could be amazing, and you're feeling good about it, you need to stop trying to figure it out. If at any point you are trying to figure something out and you start panicking or getting stressed about it or getting concerned or feeling anxiety or fearful, you need to put a pin in it. You need to just put a little pin in it and you need to turn it over. You need to stop. You need to call in the higher help. You need to say, listen, I know there's a solution to this, because there's a solution to everything. There's always a solution. There's never a problem without a solution. It's just that we are too stuck in the problem and the issue and our own emotional stuff to see that solution clearly. So what we need to do is you need to give it over and you need to say, universe, call in whatever angels, call in your guides, whomever you speak to, and you turn it over and you say, listen, here's my situation. This is what's going on. This is what I have to decide. This is what I have to solve. This is the problem. This is the solution I need, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And you're going to explain it and you're going to say, it's stressing me out. I can't figure it out, but I know there's a solution. I know there's a certain way that is good for me to go. So I'm turning it over to you. I'm literally handing it over to you on this pretty silver platter. And I am going to say to you, send me the ideas, the signs, the synchronicities, the people, the opportunities, the books, the resources, the healers, the etc. Send it into my consciousness. Help me recognize it when it arrives, and help me act on it. And you're going to let go. As soon as you let go, now your vibration picks up a little bit, because now you're not in the problem energy. You're not in the stress and the anxiety, right? And as soon as it comes back in and you're like, God, I still haven't figured this out, I'm just going to let it go. I'm putting a pin in it for now. I'm going to figure it out. I'm just going to let it go. I'm going to ask to be guided. And then go do something else, right? Go do something that brings you joy. Read a book, cook a meal, bake a muffin, go out to dinner with a friend. Do something to get yourself out of that energy. That is when the solution will drop in. That is when all of a sudden you'll go, I hadn't thought of this before. Or somebody will say something and you go, my God, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Or that's exactly what I needed to figure out. That is when it can drop in, but it cannot drop in when you're in the stress energy. The solutions are never, ever, ever found in the stress. They're found when you shift your energy. And so I've seen it so many times in my life where I'll just say, I'm giving it over. I can't figure it out. I don't know what to do. I'm going to stop thinking about it, because thinking about it in my left brain thinking mind is stressing me out and I'm blocking the solution. So I'm letting it go. I'm just going to let it go for now. And then I'll go make dinner, or I will be watching TV, or I will be reading a book, or I will be in the shower. And all of the sudden, I'll think of something I hadn't thought of before, or something will come through and I'll go, or I'll get a sign, right? And like something will come across my conscious radar. I'll be looking at something online, whatever. And all of the sudden I'll go, oh my God, I get it. Oh my gosh, that was so much easier than me like stressing and sweating about it, right? So here's the story that I want to share with you. That is not my story, but it's a story that I heard yesterday that I know the universe wants me to bring up. Otherwise, I would not have been listening to this person at this time. It was actually a live video that I was watching. And this person was not, I don't even know how this topic came up. I think she had a friend with her and the friend was talking about something. And they got on the topic of giving it over to God. Yeah, they were talking about God, but again, universe, God, spirit source, whatever you use, it's all the same thing. Call it whatever you want. Giving it over and not picking it back up, right? So how many times do you say, I'm just going to let it go, if you've ever tried this, and then you pick it back up and you start worrying about it again? Every time you pick it back up, I want you to let it go again and say, nope, I'm sorry, and this is not my job. This is your job. I'm leaving. I'm giving it back to you. I'm going to put it back down. Okay. But anyway, what they were talking about is there was her friend was with her, and her friend was trying to have a baby, was dealing with infertility, and she was trying to conceive. And she tried for 13, no, wait a minute. 16 years, I think. Long time. She was trying to have a baby. It was a long time, it was years. And they tried everything. And nothing was happening. It just wasn't working out. And so she said she finally got to a point where she was like, I can't do it anymore. I can't carry this anymore. I have to let this go. So she called in, her higher power and said, I'm turning this over to you. If I am meant to be a mother in any way, whether I conceive or, go through something somewhere else, adopt, whatever, I'm leaving it to you. I'm going to stop trying to do it on my own. I'm going to stop trying to figure it out. I'm putting it down and I'm giving it to you. And she let it go and said, if I am meant to do this, send me where I'm supposed to go, or send this child to me in some way. This was where the 13 came in, because I think it was 13 days later after she did this. And she said, I'm done. I can't do it anymore. I can't try and figure it out anymore. I'm letting it go. 13 days after she did this, she winds up getting a call. Did not go through an adoption agency. It was like somebody who knew somebody who had who was having a baby and was looking for a home. That she wound up adopting the baby from birth 13 days after trying for like over 10 years. I can't remember the number. To have a child. 13 days after putting that load down and turning it over, did it just fall in her lap. She didn't have to do anything. And then after that child, I think it was a couple months later, she wound up adopting another one. So now I think she has like it's a 4-month-old and a 6-month-old or something. I can't remember all the details. And I know it was just yesterday. But anyway, and I thought, oh my gosh, that is the example that I need. When we finally stop trying to do it on our own and we turn it over and say, I know you already know the solution because the universe is all knowing and all loving and all powerful. I'm going to just give it to you because you already know. So why am I trying to figure it out? I'm just going to give it to you and then you can show me. And that's exactly what this woman did. And that's exactly when the solution came in. And I've seen it in my life so many times where I have struggled with trying to figure something out, whether it's in my work or in my personal life. And sometimes I'll hang on to it longer than others, right? Sometimes I'll forget to stop trying to figure it out and to turn it over because we're human and we're used to the things that we're used to, and our habits are our habits and our brain is our brain, and we need to retrain it. So sometimes I will hang on to something longer than I should, but as soon as I put it down and I say, Just help me with this. Help me figure out what I need to do. All of the sudden, the people come across my path. I'll see something online. I'll hear about something. Someone else will say something. I'll get an email. I'll go somewhere and overhear a conversation, or something will drop into my mind to look into that was not in my mind before. And it leads me to the solution ridiculously fast, like so much faster than I could have ever tried to think it on my own. That is the power of letting go. Now, obviously, if you're on a deadline and you need to figure something out, there's still a way for you to let go and say, okay, I think this is what I need to do. I think this is my decision. I think this is my solution. I'm going to let it go. I'm not going to keep going over it and over it again. I'm going to let it go. And the universe knows your deadline. And the universe can either redirect you at that point or send you a sign that to reassure you, yes, you have made the right decision, right? Either way, there has to be a letting go in it so that reassurance can even come through. The reassurance can't come through if you're stuck in that problem energy. And I know it's easier said than done. And I know, like that woman said, sometimes we want to give it over and we want to pick it back up and try and solve it. We want to give it over. I don't care how many times you have to give it over. Because every time you give it over, you shift your energy. And every time you shift your energy, you're now in the solution. Trying to solve the problem and stressing, not in the solution. Shifting your energy, now you've entered solution territory. And that's what I want you to do. I just want you to continue to shift, to continue to say, I'm thinking about it again, and I'm starting to feel stress. That's your key. I'm thinking about it again, and I'm starting to feel frustrated, overwhelmed, stressed, fearful, anxious. Put it back down. Give it back over. Say, nope, I'm not going to find a solution in this. I have to let it go. Just try this and tell me how it works, because I promise you it's going to speed up the process exponentially. And you are going to be surprised at how magical the universe actually is and how things will drop into your lap when you let them go. Okay, I want to get to some questions before I have to end to get ready for my summit interview. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see. Yes, quiet the mind. Mary was saying quiet the mind. Just get your mind out of the stress cycle, out of the problem. Is what it is. Sam says, thank you so much, Tammy. Have been having shoulder pain for a few months, taking medicine, but still haven't been able to get better. We'll do this. Sam, what I would do is call in Archangel Raphael and ask him to send you to the solution. Ask him to send you to the right healer or modality or alternative medicine or whatever it might be. Just ask to be guided. Say, I'm going to stop trying to figure this out. I know you already know the solution. So if you can just send that to me, that would speed up this process for me. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay. John says, I do a daily meditation every morning, and I asked the angels for a sign yesterday morning, dimes, feathers, or red roses. I like that you specified. In the afternoon, I found a perfect red rose on the street corner in Brooklyn. I was so thrilled that a special angel sent it to me. You guys, all we have to do is ask. If you want a sign, even if you, let's say you make a decision and you're like, oh man, I really need to know that I'm on the right track. Ask for a sign of reassurance. I have that in my new book, The Higher Help Method, coming out in April. I talk about asking for a sign of reassurance because sometimes we need that reassurance. Remember, we are spirits, souls in a human body, and the human body will mess us up. So sometimes you need the sign of reassurance. All you have to do is ask. All you have to do is ask, even if you just want to know that they're around, even if you just want to feel less alone in the situation, just ask for a sign and give them the sign to use, and they are happy to oblige. So I love that you did. I love that you do that, or that you did that. Mary said, I do this all the time. I'm not sure which one. Do you stress all the time or do you turn it over all the time? I'm not sure which one, Mary. Ah. Oh, Mary says, I usually ask for duplicate numbers so I can look it up. Yes, yes. So if you see that, so you can ask for a particular number, and then if you continue to see that number, you know what I mean? Or not ask for a particular number, but ask them to use a number to get a message to you. You can totally do that as well. Oh, what you do all the time is turn it over, right? And how amazing is it once you turn it over, Mary? Isn't it easier? You just feel better immediately. And then when you feel better, your energy is better, and now the solutions drop in. That's exactly what happens. Oh, wait, hold on. I tried to click on something and it moved up. Okay, Teresa said, I've been stressing over finances. Thank you for this. Teresa, call in goddess Lakshmi. She's a Hindu goddess of prosperity. And ask her, but the thing is, okay, so she's a Hindu god of prosperity. This is all in the new book too. But she also deals with worry around finances. So if you call her in, you can call her in not just to help you to create more money, but also to help you shift around the worry, to take that worry from you. And I would also call in Archangel Jophiel to shift your mindset around money and shift you out of the stress and negativity and into a more positive state. That's what I would do. And turn your financial situation over to the universe, to goddess Lakshmi. There's another saint in the Catholic faith called Saint Expedite. If you're new to me and you're like, why are you talking about goddesses and saints in the same sentence? I talk about all of them. It doesn't matter what belief system you are from. It doesn't matter what background you have had. Obviously, if you don't resonate with them, you do not have to call on them. But I promise you, on the other side, there is no religion. There is no separation. Everybody is available to everybody. So that is why I'm talking about calling on Catholic saints and goddesses in the same sentence. And again, I talk all about this in the higher help method, because that's really my method for manifesting change, solving problems, finding solutions, making decisions, etc. So, Teresa, that's what I would do and see what happens. Call on those. Now, by the way, and the question I always get is, well, Tammy, what if I don't know who to call on for something specific? Then you just turn it over to the angels. You turn it over to your angels, guides, and loved ones who have passed on, and the universe as a whole. And I always tell people to say, if you don't know who, anybody who specializes and that can help me in X, Y, and Z. Okay. Let me see. So Janet says, living temporarily with sister and triggered constantly to anger. Have asked for help, but still happens. What can I do to release this? So honestly, you need to probably do some energy work and some clearing of different emotions and different triggers. One of the best methods that I use for that, and that, if you came to me for a session, I don't have sessions open right now, so I'm not trying to sell you on it. They're not going to be open for a little bit, but what I use in my sessions and who I refer people to for things like this is this woman. Her name is Amy B. Scher. Her book is called How to Heal Yourself When No One Else Can. She does do individual sessions. If you go to her website and get on her wait list, she'll tell you when they're open. And she intuitively can actually tell you exactly what to clear to stop some of that triggering. That would be my first recommendation. However, you can go to anyone. You can do any type of energy work that I think will help you. But I would also call on, I don't know if you're being triggered by the relationship. So if you're being triggered by the relationship, I would call in Archangel Shamuel, Archangel Charity, Archangel Raguel, Archangel Raziel, and ask for the help to create a more harmonious relationship and a more harmonious environment, and to send you the ideas and the signs that can help you do that. And also Archangel Jophiel to help see the situation differently and see the situation in a more positive manner. That's where I would start if you don't want to jump into doing energy work. But I can tell you from personal experience, being triggered by situations or people, because we all are, including me, the energy work makes a ridiculously amazing difference in the triggers. And so, but I would start with the prayer and ask for the help. And maybe in saying that prayer, they will lead you to someone who can help you. Not maybe, they will. Okay. Let's see. Oh, Sam, I'm glad you liked my talk with Joy. She's amazing, you guys. Joy Baker, who was the summit interview on Tuesday. She's new to me, by the way. I always like to find new people. And so I wound up doing sessions with her myself, and I was floored. And I was so excited to have her on. Like, I was excited to have her on before that because I was resonated with her work. But then when I experienced her, I was even more excited to have her on. Oh, thank you, Teresa. Listen, you'll love the new book because it's like everything that I'm giving you here, resources are in that book. So if you have issues with money and abundance, you're going to go to that money and abundance chapter in part 2, and you're going to have lists of higher helpers, lists of custom prayers, lists of crystals, lists of focused gratitude exercises, lists of rituals, and you can just customize your own thing to start partnering with the universe. So I'm so excited about it. Yes, Sam, that's the other thing. Wait, who was asking? Thank you for that, Sam. Who was asking? Hold on, let me go back. That was saying she was triggered by her sister. Now I can't find it. Oh, Janet. Okay, Janet was saying she was triggered by her sister. EFT helps as well. So if you want to just do it on your own, and again, if you don't know about EFT, you can look it up. You can go to Amy B. Scherer's YouTube channel, and she has a whole tutorial on her way to do EFT, which I like because she uses the fingertip points, which are extra points. But if you know about EFT, which is tapping, that can help you bring the trigger down when you are triggered. It helps you within a couple of minutes of doing it. It's amazing. So you would be like, you start with the karate chop point and you'd be like, even though I get triggered by, X, Y, and Z, and I'm feeling angry right now, I'm ready to release this energy now. Even though blah, blah, blah. And you're going to say 3 setup statements with even though, and then you're going to literally tap through all the points. They're like acupuncture points based on, acupuncture in the meridian. And you're going to go through, I do the fingertip points as well. And you're going to go through a couple of rounds just talking about the negative, and then a couple of rounds shifting your energy back to the positive, right? Everything is about shifting your energy back to the positive. So you're going to shift your energy back to the positive. I'm ready to let this go now. I give my conscious and subconscious mind full permission to help me release this now. I can relax. My nervous system can relax. My body can relax. I am safe. You're going to say all of these things. That's it. Thank you, Sam, for bringing that up, because that is something that anybody can do on their own. So yes, that's another one, Janet. Okay. Let me see. Oh, Meredith said she booked a package C with Joy. I am loving all the speakers you've had so far. Thank you. ElevatedExistenceSummit.com. My sister booked a package with Joy as well. And honestly, I told my husband I want him to do a session with her. My poor husband. I always make him everything that I do. I'm like, now you need to do it. And God bless him. He's open to everything. June. Yes, you can pre-order the book, but what I will tell you, well, if you're part of the summit, my first special offer on February 1st is going to be to pre-order the book, and you're going to get summit only bonuses when you pre-order the book. So if you're part of the summit, wait. But I can say if you do pre-order the book, hold on to your receipt number. So if you wherever you pre-order it, Amazon, or some people do Barnes and Noble, whatever, hold on to your receipt number, because that is going to be your ticket to the bonuses. Because as part of the pre-order process, when the book comes out, I'm going to be teaching a live class that you're going to get for free just for pre-ordering it. So if you pre-order it now, thank you, I love you, hang on to your receipt. If you're part of the summit, wait until February 1st. Okay. Oh, Mary, correct. Yeah, simple thymus tapping will do it as well. So Janet, if you're still on here, or if you're going to come back for the replay, the thymus gland can help you release that anger and emotions also. So there's like, we all have that little U-shaped notch on our neck. So if you go down about an inch from that, there's a thymus gland. So if you're feeling anger, you can even just tap on the thymus gland and say, releasing anger, releasing anger, releasing anger from my body and mind, clearing anger from me now, releasing any of this anger that was triggered by blah, blah, blah. And you can do that as well. That can help bring you down. So thank you, Mary. See, all my people know. They give me all the stuff that I'm not thinking about at the moment. Oh, you're welcome, Susan. I have to leave, but no, this particular call came at the right time. I'm telling you, I was meant to talk about it. And I knew I was meant to talk about this because I had that sign of reassurance when I heard that story, so that I could tell the story. So that's how I knew I was on the right track. But anyway, okay, so I've got to get going myself because I have to go prep and get ready for my live interview with Lynn Brody, who is, again, her energy is amazing. She's going to do a live healing for everybody on the call. And again, I'm going to be sharing what happened to me just from that live group clearing last year. That was so incredible. It was amazing. I love all these people that I'm able to bring on, and they're able to do this stuff for you. And if you are part of the summit, you'll be able to access all of this, like I said, for free for 48 hours. And I do replays, replay weekends periodically for people who have signed up late and then they missed other people and stuff like that. Because really my goal is I just want everybody to hear everything they can hear as much as they can hear it. Okay, just want to make sure I didn't miss any other comments. All right, so thank you all for being here. I'm sending you my love into the weekend. I hope you are joining me for the summit today at 1 p.m. Again, the replay will be available for 48 hours. So at any point that you see this within the next 48 hours, you will be able to access Lynn Brody. And every Tuesday and Thursday, I do the live interviews. So have an amazing, wonderful weekend. Please remember, when you're feeling the stress about solving a problem, to stop, let it go, and then go do something that brings you joy. Whatever that is, I don't care how small or how big or how whatever. Go and do something that brings you joy, to lift your vibration, to make yourself feel good, and put yourself in alignment with the universe, with the signs, with the synchronicities, with the answers that will come through when you ask for the help. So have an amazing weekend. Sending you all my love, and I will be back here next Thursday for another weekly spirit boost. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm live on the summit through March. So I'll see you guys soon. Bye.